Good evening, everybody, and welcome. And I don't know why I do this, but it seems like just about every week that I do the same thing. I sit down and I think I'm all ready to go, and then I click on the go live button. And right after I do that, I realize I forgot to add the slide deck to StreamYard. Yeah, So this is me talking, telling you what I'm doing while I am adding the slide deck to the stage. So, in other news, I don't know if you noticed or not, but we have a new background today. Uh, Jersey, very lovingly and sweetly, um, I had an idea, and she put together a new background for me. So I appreciate that so much. I think it looks really, really cool, and I appreciate her for doing that for me. This week was a little bit kind of a little. We stayed a little bit close home. We didn't really do. I said we didn't do a whole lot, but we kind of did a whole lot. We just went to the same places over and over and over again. Not on Sunday. Sunday we did do some. Well, and yesterday we did some different stuff too. But last week was Valentine's Day in the middle of the week, and I don't know if you remember a couple of weeks ago about me talking about these, the cherry cordials from Little Debbie's. These are awesome, and which is really funny because I'm not normally a big fan of artificial cherry flavored stuff, but I really like those for some reason. Um, I mean, I like the regular cherry cordials you get from Queen Anne's too. Don't get me wrong, but there's just something about those Little Debbie's cherry cordials that I really like. So, and Jersey found me a package, and she was able to give me a box of them for Valentine's Day. After trying a little while, she tried once and it didn't quite work out, and um, uh, the neighborhood market said they were in stock, and so she ordered some, and then they swapped them out for a strawberry filling something. It was similar, but not quite the same. They had like strawberry jelly instead of the cherry cream. So, uh, but yeah, and then eventually she was able to find the right one, and it's awesome. So I've been
You have one left.
I have half of the box left. I've been trying very hard to stretch them out and make them last a little longer. Because I could probably just sit down on a Saturday and just watch TV and just eat a whole box. And I know I don't need to do that for multiple reasons, but they're still really good. So I just try to have one every once in a while. But anyway, let's let's jump in. Not a whole lot. Like I said, there weren't a whole lot of unique places that we went this week. Like I said, it was Valentine's Day, so we kind of we didn't get out and do as much, but we did a little bit, and we'll talk about it. So, um, almost like Shadrack's, it almost wouldn't be a week if we weren't going to Unraveled Yarn Boutique at least once. In this case, I think we made at least two trips to Unraveled this past week. Um, I had to go by there on Wednesday because I had to pick up something. I had a Valentine's gift that I had ordered that I had to swing by there and pick up on my way home. So I stopped by Unravel on Wednesday to do that. Then we stopped by on Saturday looking for some yarn. It's funny uh, because Petra didn't have the color of yarn we were looking for. We still ended up getting 5 skeins of yarn anyway. Yeah, we walked out with 2 bags of yarn because we didn't find what we were looking for. So I'll let you judge what we would have walked out with if we found what we were looking for. So yeah, that was 2 trips to Unravel this past week. Let's see where else we went to. Try to contain your surprise. we went to Shadrack's several times. And while I didn't go to Shadrack's in Jonesboro this week, I think I made it to both of the Paragould Shadrack's locations at least twice. I think. Pretty sure. Yeah. So yeah, we are continuing to make really, really great use out of that VIP card that we got. Although technically yesterday when we went to Shadrack's, it was Alec making use of his VIP card, not me. But yeah, we went to Shadrack's a couple of times, got a couple of different things. That's right. That was one of the other Valentine's things. It's like after I went to Unravel and picked up Jersey's gift there on the way home, just for good measure, because it never hurts for me to do extra sucking up, because I try her patience a lot. I'm not gonna lie, it happens. So, anytime I can brown nose and get a few extra points, I'm usually gonna take that opportunity. So, grab Shadrack's on the way home. The great thing about all of this, is that she expected none of it, because we had already talked about it, and like I mentioned a couple weeks ago, we went to the book signing at Weber's and got Nicole's new book, and that was her Valentine's present. So yeah, so she got the book, she got the winder. She literally was not expecting anything. So when I showed up, Valentine's Day with stuff, it was really unexpected. And she also wasn't expecting it when I told her we were going to go to, the Juniper Tree on Saturday for a late Valentine's thing. So is this the? You just turned it off.
Up the whole time.
Saying, oh, sorry. I'm not used to having stuff on.
Would you forget them if I don't?
Yeah, the Reviver in the afternoon. Are you talking about the one on Valentine's Day or the one yesterday?
Yeah.
Because we got one yesterday too. So, but yeah, so we went to Juniper Tree on Saturday, and had cheesecake and had some meat and had a charcuterie tray, and I forgot to put a slide in there about Hog Heaven, I think, was there. I forgot to put a slide for them in the slide deck this week, but yeah, Hog Heaven was there. We had barbecue. There was a comedy show presented by NEA comedians, and so we
got to have some of the new old angler.
We got to try. Yes, we got to try the. Well, technically, didn't we have that 2 days in a row? The Angry Earl. So the thing about the Angry Earl is.
Think about Juniper Trees. We went twice.
Yeah, we went to Juniper Tree twice in a row, 2 days in a row. So they were having cheesecake, so we took them a gluten-free cheesecake so that they would have that to, provide to people who have those specific dietary restrictions. And so while we were there, we had to sample their new Angry Earl meat. And the reason why I say new, it's actually the new old. So they were kind of a victim of their own success. They had developed this recipe, and it was really delicious, and I really enjoyed it a lot. Well, the problem is that when they started to try to scale up, they weren't able to source some of the ingredients at the volume that they needed. So they switched to a different product. And when they did that, it just wasn't the same. So they had been searching for the better part of a year to try to find another product source that would get them as close to the original as they could. Oh, I sound different than usual?
I mean, you're still audible. So keep going. Just
Okay.
A little more. Keep going.
Oops, that's my fault.
Oh, so much better.
Sorry about that. I was sounding echoing because I was talking in the microphone behind me. I forgot that on Friday, um, because there's two of us in the office, I switched to my headset so that we don't have the feedback between the two microphones when we're talking. And I forgot to switch that back today for the stream today. So I apologize for that. Audio is not going to be that great in the first 10 minutes of the show. So, but well, yeah, it was, I'm still, what you're saying is you could still hear me because I got a big mouth.
Everybody knows you have a big mouth.
Well, okay. I mean, I guess I can live with that. And then, oh, you can blame that on Mrs. Clay. She was my music teacher in junior high and high school. Yeah, because I know it sounds really weird, but I actually used to be in choir.
That doesn't surprise me at all. I've met your mom.
Yeah. And then Sunday, we went to, we didn't go to Wild Sweet Williams, but yeah, we were in front of the building because we went and we walked around downtown. Everything was closed in Searcy on Sunday afternoon, but we did, we went to Searcy for a few hours for a visit and to spend some family time. And while we were there, we had several baked goods from Wild Sweet Williams. So yeah, that was they're quite delicious. If you're in the area and you're looking for some good quality pastries, or they also do lunch as well. Apparently they make a mean burrito.
All I know is my son chops vegetables.
So yeah, but yeah, really enjoyed the sweet treats from Wild Sweet Williams Baking House on Sunday also. So that was quite nice, and we got to go like I said, spend some time visiting with family, and that's always a good thing. Monday, and I have no slides for this either, but on Monday we my son and I. Yeah, no, we didn't go anywhere SJ, but my son and I, we went on a grand adventure and y'all, you know how in the South there's the, I don't know if you want to call it a joke or an allegation, that there's a church on every corner or a church on every block. I think if there's a church on every corner in Northeast Arkansas, there's a used car lot across the street and a bank right next to it, and probably a Subway on the other corner or a Mexican restaurant. I mean, so if we could get like a Taco Bell Subway instead of a KFC Taco Bell, that would be like the perfect combo there. Anyway, yeah. We went out doing some car shopping is probably too strong a word for it. But we went out and we did some car reconnaissance, kind of just looking to see what's out there, what's available, kind of getting, some ballpark ideas for prices and just, looking to see options that are available. So that was what we did yesterday, which, ultimately resulted in another trip to Shadrack's because Shadrack's. So, yeah, so that was yesterday. And so that was kind of the weekend. So, we did, we drove through several of the local car lots here in town. We drove to Jonesboro and drove around several of the car lots in Jonesboro and just kind of had like an easy, somewhat lazy day about it. It wasn't a bad day. It was very kind of relaxed and laid back, and it's just the fact that churches, banks, car lots, and Mexican restaurants anger the blocks from blowing away. And that might be. I do. It was funny that I moved to Paragould like 20 ish odd years ago. And before I moved here, I contacted the Paragould Chamber of Commerce, just trying to get an idea, a little feel for the town and what to expect in the town. And they sent me a booklet, like a welcome to town booklet that had a lot of information in it, and it had a lot of advertising in it. And seriously, I think a third of the advertisement was banks, a third of the advertisement was uh, car dealers, and the other third of the advertising was everybody else. So yeah, it's there definitely are a lot of banks, and yes, it is what people in the old days did to find out about a location. Yes, yes, it is. I mean, listen, at the time I did it, I was moving 300 miles away from pretty much everybody I knew, and yeah, the only link to the town that I had was my boss, the guy that hired me when I came to town. If I could find like information on a house that was for rent, I'd call him up and I'd give him the address so that he could go, drive past the house and check it out for me, because I wasn't in town and I was, getting ready to move, trying to get some ideas of, where to move to. So, but yeah, that was back when, um, let's see, I actually think I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I had DSL before I moved here, so he had like the baby steps of high speed internet. There was still a lot of modem stuff going on when it came to internet speeds and stuff. So yeah, it was
Okay, you had DSL back then. You didn't
was
have it when you got here.
way back in the dark ages. No, I didn't have DSL when I got here. Moved here and got cable internet from PLWC. So, but anyway, that was all the places and peoples and things and the stuffs that we did this weekend or over the course of the past week. And just wanted to share it with you. And just remember, get a chance, go out and see something, go check out your local businesses, and let me know what you're doing. Let me know where you're going, and let me know if there's something I should be on the lookout for. So until we see you next time, you guys be safe, take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon. Good night, everybody.